Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Lainey King and I'm the founder of Roadmap To App, where we help small businesses affordably develop successful mobile apps. Y'all, I am so happy to be back. We've taken about a 1-month hiatus from these videos, not out of choice, but unfortunately COVID decided to make its way into our home and just knocked me off my feet. I never thought, I was going to need to go to the hospital or anything like that. For me, my symptoms really came out as a sinus pressure headache, almost like an extreme migraine to where I couldn't get out of bed. Definitely couldn't look at my phone, definitely couldn't watch TV, anything like that. It was pretty intense for a few days. And then once I was able to get past that stage, the fatigue and the complete lack of energy and the brain fog really set in, and it's a very real thing. If I had tried to create one of these videos during that time period, I don't even think I would have made any sense. Like, y'all would have been like, who is this idiot? Because I just couldn't get the words out. I couldn't get concepts that I look at every single day, such as creating and developing mobile apps. I could not get the words out. So hopefully I can do that today. We're so excited to be back. And what we've decided to do, we've been thinking a lot about, look, so far we've put out about, a dozen, 15 or so videos on YouTube. And the topics are kind of all over the place. It's like, here's the first thing to do when you have a mobile app idea. Here's the second thing to do. Here's how to launch your app. Here's how to find an affordable developer. We've been kind of jumping around. And so we want to get a little bit more organized now. And, it's almost October 1st, 2021. We've got, just under 100 days until 2022, until the new year, which, of course, if you're an entrepreneur, just, someone who's super motivated, the new year is a really big, fun ordeal. So for the next 100 days, here's what we're going to do. We are going to consistently release one video a week. We'd love to do more, but to be honest, between the content creation and the editing and publishing to the platforms and all the different things it takes to put these videos out, I don't want to overpromise. So we're just going to say, one video a week is manageable, but we're going to start from the beginning. Okay. For those of you who don't know, Ryan and I created this guidebook, this 70-page ebook that you can purchase at our website at roadmap2app.com. And we go through our detailed framework from start to finish. This is the first thing we did when we had the idea for our successful mobile app. And here's every single thing we did to get it to launch successfully and to have the business that we have today, which is, a 6-figure revenue producing, annual revenue producing business where we run our mobile app from anywhere that has Wi-Fi, anywhere around the globe. We don't have anyone telling us what time we have to be to work, what time we can work till, how many days we can have off, how many sick days we can have when we have COVID. It's a life of freedom when you own a mobile app and a mobile business. And so that is what we are so passionate about, guys, is helping any entrepreneur who has a big idea for a mobile app bring it to life so that you can live this mobile freedom lifestyle. So let's get back to the point. We are going to start at the beginning of our guidebook, and we are going to walk you through that exact framework here in video form. And of course, we're not going to go into as much depth as the actual guidebook does because, if you want all the information, you got to pay for it, right? But we are going to provide some really great value here with these videos. We break our guidebook into 4 modules. We call them 4 different sections. Refine your app idea, design your app idea, develop your app idea, and finally launch your app idea. So we're going all the way back to refine, okay? And we're going to walk you through about 10 different questions over the next 10 weeks that you need to ask yourself and preferably write down. This is almost like a business planning session to really refine your idea and make sure that not only is it needed, but that you are providing the best solution for your targeted audience, that you know how you're going to monetize your idea, and then we also talk about how you're going to fund your idea in this module. So let's go ahead and get started, okay? Listen, y'all, this section, this refine your app section, doesn't require any money, but it does require focused time on your part, which sometimes I understand is harder than just paying money, right? But this is laying the foundation for your entire business, for the rest of your business's life, for your mobile app's livelihood. You are laying the foundation in this module, just like you would lay the foundation of a home, or just like you would write a business plan for every other business in the world. A mobile app is a business, and in order to have success, this was one of the secrets to our success, is approaching this mobile app as a real business from day one. Okay, so let's prepare to spend a little bit of time on this section. We would go as far as to say this module is the most important out of all four. I'm sure that can be argued, but we just think laying a good foundation and really planning your business out is going to ensure your best chance of success. So here's the first question in module 1. Is your app needed? Okay. Simple question, okay, but you really have to think about this if you want to have success. What market problem is your app solving? So here's the simplest way to put a market problem. Just think about an issue or a desire or a wish that a really large audience or a large group of people in the world, anywhere in the world, have, okay? And that is what your mobile app solution is going to try to solve. Doesn't have to be world hunger here, okay? You don't have to get over the top trying to talk about your market problem, define your market problem, but it does have to be a real issue or a real desire that people have. Just for some examples, think about, here's some desires that have been solved with mobile apps. I wish that I could order my favorite restaurant's food and get it delivered, even though they don't have an in-house delivery service. Or I wish that I could, instead of having to go hail a taxi cab, which you can't even do in this smaller city of Baton Rouge, I wish that I could easily take a taxi to get from point A to point B, let's say at night, once I've had a couple of beverages, okay? Uber, right? Or Lyft. And then the first example I was talking about was all the different, food delivery apps. Let's think of some other ones. How about this simple one? I wish that instead of having to call my favorite seafood restaurants every weekend and find out what the different prices of boiled crawfish or live crawfish were for that weekend, I could just look them up on the computer or look up prices on an app. So see, it can be a very simple problem, or maybe you're trying to solve a very complicated problem. Whatever it is, y'all, it just has to be a real problem. If you try to create an app around a very insignificant issue or around an issue that maybe just your church group has, or just a couple of moms on one of your mom groups have, it's not going to succeed because it's not going to have a big enough audience, okay? But once you can define this mass market problem, everything that you do from here on out is just going to be extremely focused on this market problem, and it's going to help you provide the best solution. So once you define your market problem, write it down. I don't care if it's in the notes of your phone, if it's on a marker board in your office, if you just want to write it down in your planner or something, but write down this problem, ingrain it in your head so that from here on out, everything we do is going to be to solve this problem. Every feature we put into your app, we want to make sure it's relevant to this problem, okay? This is going to keep the rest of your app's creation in extreme focus. Got it? Because in order for your app to be in demand, guys, it has to solve a mass market problem, okay? So go ahead, get that written out. The next thing that we are going to talk about now that you've identified your problem is how are we going to solve it? And how are we going to have the best solution out there on the market so that your target audience can't help but not only download your app, but tell all their friends with the same problem about your app so that they can download it too. Make sense? Okay, awesome. Well, in the meantime, if you want to get any more information, head to our website, Roadmap To App, that's TOAPP.com, or we'll see you for our next video where we talk about providing the best solution to this market problem. Okay, see you next week. Thanks, guys.